there, YouTube? I'm back again today for another game review. And today I'm very excited to check out Slide Blast from Foxmind. This is for 2 to 6 players. Take about 20 minutes to play, and it's for ages 7+. And in Slide Blast, you are going to be building a water slide. You're going to try and have the best and biggest, longest water slide at the water park by laying down tiles. It's a very simple tile placement game. But there's a catch, though, because you potentially want to help other people to make their slide long as well, because by helping them, you're going to get more points. So you're trying to get long slides, but at the same time, you're trying to help other people get long slides. It's not cooperative, but is it good? Let's open it up, and I'll tell you what I think. Alright then, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Slide Blast. First and foremost, we got a handy dandy rule booklet. You're going to need the first, I'd say, 4 or 5 pages. It's double-sided, full color, full of pictures, illustrations, examples. Should have you up and running in no time at all. I can also teach you how to play the game because it's pretty simple, but big thumbs up on the rule booklet. So in Slide Blast, you are going to be building your slides. Everybody's going to have their own unique slide that they're going to be sliding down, and you're going to try to have the longest slide in the game. But you can also help other people with their slides, and if you do that, you will gain tokens, and these tokens will give you points at the end of the game. So what you're trying to do is help people potentially gain yourself tokens, but also to make your slide the longest slide in the game. How you're going to do that is by laying down tiles, and it has a very simple draw one, play one mechanism, but let's go over the components. We'll get into the gameplay. So first, you got a whole bunch of little sliders. This game goes up to 6 players, and each slider is going to be a different color. Each player is also going to get their own unique player reference card, which will have their picture on the back, but it will also have, more importantly, the scoring. So if you get enough of these little tokens, which are kind of difficult to get unless you're playing at the higher player counts, you can score a lot of points. I mean, if you get 6 of these tokens, that's 15 points. That's probably going to win you the game most of the time. The tokens have all sorts of different stuff on them. They're just, they're just trying to make it thematic to the game itself. But yeah, they're all the same. They're all one type of token. Next, you're going to have tiles, tiles, and more tiles. And most of the tiles are going to look something like this or something like that. Some of them will actually be what are called speed tiles, which will have these little red dashes right here. If you ever get one of these speed tiles and you play it, then you will immediately get to take another turn. There's also a couple special tiles in here, which will have you going into what are called tunnels. And these tunnels, let's see if I can find them. These tunnels will actually shoot you out to different parts of the map. So for instance, if you laid this down and you were going into the 1, then you would shoot out of a 1 on a different side of the map on what is called an octopus. And then an octopus is actually over here set to the side. So it actually shoots you out to a different part of the map, which is actually kind of interesting as well. Last but not least, there's a couple special tiles that would look like this, and when these pop up, you don't play these tiles, you actually get to put one of these big honkin' tiles up here, which will do some various different cool stuff. They're obviously going to, oh, yeah, cool, look at that. But anywho, let's show you exactly how the game is played, because it's a very simple game. So at the beginning of the game, you're going to sit on your slide, everyone's going to have one tile, and then you're going to draw one tile, and you're going to play one tile. So for me personally, I want to get out of here. I'm going to go play the speed tile, which means I immediately would get to take another turn. I'd move my guy right there, and then I would draw another tile, and I would play another tile because I played a speed tile. I'm going to curve away from this red guy right here, so you know what? I'll curve like that, and then bada boom, I get to go again. And oh wait, actually, sorry, it's the red guy's turn. My mistake. So the red guy gets to go. So he's going to draw one tile. Whoa, and he's going to play one tile. And he's looking at that pirate ship, and he's like, sure, why not? I'll play this pirate ship. I want to stay with you. I want to try and help you and get these tokens. So he does this, which means now, woo, we're going like that. So we're right next to each other. Now, there are a couple rules and restrictions on how you can place tiles. You can never place a tile so that you're going into something that you should not be going into, like an entrance, either for this or for the octopus. So you can never place it so that you're going into the octopus, because someone else might be coming out of it a little bit later. Well, let's get back to the green guy's turn. Green guy's going to go. He's going to go, woo, yeah, he's going to do this one. So he's going to put it right here, and this is a perfect example. Actually, this is fantastic. I didn't even plan this. So he's going to do that right there, which means he gets to go, woo, like this, but also the red guy. He's helped out the red guy slide. Red guy gets to go forward, and the green guy earns one of these tokens, which is worth 1 point. But if he gets another one, it's worth 3 points, 6 points, 10 points, 15 points. So getting these tokens can be worth a good deal of points. So now the red guy would go, and he'd be looking at this, and wow, I got all those tiles all together. Probably because I took them out. But anywho, we're going to do, the red guy's going to go right here. He's going to, yeah, he's going to connect. So he's going to go, woo! He does that. which the green guy is very happy about. So the green guy's looking right now, and he's like, oh, yeah, let's see what I can do right here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to help you out again, buddy. You're my best friend. So he does this. Red guy goes there, and he gets yet another one of these tokens, which means these tokens are now worth 3 points, which is the equivalent of having 3 slide connectors, which is huge. So now the green guy's strategy is just to stay with the red guy so he can help him out, which means the red guy might potentially want to try and get away from the green guy. So he might start doing something like this so he can kind of get away from that green guy. But anywho, you're going to continue to do this until all the tiles are gone. Now, you can get into situations where you can't play any of your tiles, in which case you're going to play one of these lifeguards, which will kind of bail you out. Generally, it doesn't happen too often unless a kid really isn't paying attention to what they're doing. But once everyone has laid all of the tiles, you are going to score the points. How you score the points is you go back up to the top and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You count how many spaces you are going on here, and then you also add however many points you get from helping other people out. Whoever has the most points will be the winner of Slide Blast, and that in a nutshell is how the game is played. Alrighty then, Slide Blast from Fox Mind. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, game's not going to be for everybody for a variety of different reasons. It's very light, it's very simple, and I would say this is a family/children's game. I'm not going to put this as a game night game. It's just a little bit too light for me. Maybe a filler game if your group plays lighter stuff, but for most people, I do not think this is going to be something they're going to bust out on game nights. This is exclusively in the category of family weight/children's game, which will be a turnoff to a lot of people. Also, the choices on your turn are going to be very limited. You're going to have 2 tiles that you could potentially play, and there's only going to be a certain number of spaces that you're going to be able to put them because you have to put it where your slide is. You can't just go off to the other side of the board and help other people out. I actually forgot to mention that in the middle part. You have to put your tiles next to your guy. You can't just go all willy-nilly just helping people just to get the points. But yeah, continuing on. Any other cons that I have with the game? You know, I wish there was a little bit more variety in the types of different slides they have. Like, they do have the big 3-part ones, which are cool, and they have the fast slides, and they have the octopus and the bell, but I just wish there was a little bit more. And I definitely think there is plenty of room in the future for expansions and different tiles that do different things. But for right now, I definitely wish there was just a teeny weeny bit more. Any other cons I have with the game? Oh, player count. I liked it best at the higher player counts, 6, 5, 4, and I would say 3. 2 players, you know, it's okay, and it's a good way to learn the game, and I think kids will still have fun with 2 players, but playing at 2 players kind of limits you just a little bit on getting those tokens unless you put yourself right next to each other. I just liked it best at the higher player counts. It didn't really add that much time link to the game, and I thought it made the game a little bit better. But that being said, it's not bad at 2 or 3 players. Continuing onward, Slide Blast is great. I wholeheartedly recommend this if you're looking for a family game or if you're looking for a kids game, and the kids in my class really enjoy this game. So what do I like about this game? First and foremost, components. The components are great. They didn't need to have these nice, thick, sturdy cards just for the player reference, but they did. They didn't need to make some of these tiles nice and thick and chunky and beefy, but they did, and I appreciate that. They didn't need to have a great box insert, but they do. This is a fantastic box insert. It holds everything, and it's very clear and concise where everything needs to go in this box. The artwork just pops. This is a very appealing game. Kids are going to walk by, they're going to look at that and be like, oh, what's going on with this game? This looks really cool. I want to build a water slide. And it is. It's fun to build a water slide. You start going and go, whee! You start moving your guy down. It'll be really cool when you help people out. Every once in a while, you'll be able to help more than one person out, which is amazing when you can do that. If you can, I had it once where I was able to help 2 people out with one of these, and I got 2 of those. It was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. And I like that aspect of the game. I like the teamwork aspect of the game where it actually pays off to help other people out because A, you're helping yourself out. So your slide is going to get longer, but at the same time, you're getting those points, and those points kind of like, well, now that I got 2 of these, I kind of want to keep helping more people out. So then you start trying to angle your slide towards people to help them out, and they try and angle away from you, and I like that aspect a lot. There's just a lot to like about Slide Blast. Do I think it's an amazing game? No, I think it's a good game. I think it's a great game. I think it's a game that I can very easily recommend to families and children. And I say children. And I want to make a clear distinction here. I think this is a great children's game. I had kids in my class play this without me, which is always very telling to me when I think the kids can handle playing this without an adult there. And I feel like Slide Blast is one of those games that they absolutely can handle, no problem at all. Maybe you might just want to take out the bell and the octopus, but other than that, Great kids game, great children's game. I played it with kids ages 6 and under. I haven't tried it with my 4-year-old yet, but I think he's going to have fun with it as well. So in the end, Slide Blast from Fox Mind, easy recommendation. If you're building a family game collection or if you're building a children's game collection, this is definitely one I can recommend. Great components, great artwork, cool theme, easy to learn, easy to teach. Great little family game. That is Slide Blast from Fox Mind. Go check that one out. If you enjoyed this review, please try to click on that subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know. Water slides, yay or nay? For me personally, oh yeah, I love water slides. Now that being said, I'm more of a diving board man. I personally love the diving board, love doing flips, love doing the cannonball. And when I say flips, I just mean front flips. I can't do any cool back flips. And most of the time I can't even land front flips anymore because I'm too old. But still, I love trying to. You know, I love the diving board better, but I like slides. I love slides. Oh, love me some slides. Let me know in the comments below. Slides, yay or nay. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.